Lights, camera, action. I'm your host, Vill. I'm joined with my co-host, Indy Uchiha. We we I guess we could say a national show now because we're on two different parts of the country.
I could
But
dig it.
this is the second episode with me being stationed in Vegas. Last night we had Rome Syndrome fucking guest hosting with us since he was here and he was watched Amazing Spider-Man and shit, and he wanted to chime in on some things. This week is back to me and Indy. All types of shit to get through this week. Maybe
Woo,
a long show.
woo.
Um, it's Spider-Man week, guys. Early showing start tomorrow as early as 3 p.m. here in Las Vegas. And as I was on Fandango going through the theaters, Regal Cinema is a big chain out here, and there's two different Regal theaters, each one within a mile from the apartment out here, right? So you go on Fandango, you go to the theater, and you can view the seats from every theater that's showing that certain movie. And all the good seats are all fucked up. Like I'm trying to look to see which one I could get in for tomorrow. And unless I want to sit up front and look up like this, I don't know if I'm going to make it tomorrow. I might have to wait till Saturday night when I'm in San Diego taking the kid to see it.
Boo. Well, you SOL. Showings out here start at 1:45, I think it is.
Okay.
And
Well, they might start earlier certain places out here, but I
mhm,
looked at the ones close.
yeah. So, yeah, I was.
But the idea is to try to see it tomorrow. So at about this time tomorrow night, we might be talking about it
I
because we're
was
not going to be able to not talk about
talk
it.
about it. I was actually going to go tonight because they had like a premiere showing.
Okay.
And all you had to do is show media credentials. So I was gonna flash my A plus pass.
Okay.
Only thing was that you had to be at the theater by 7:30, and the job did not cooperate.
No, no. You work in retail. It's 2 weeks before Christmas, 10 days before Christmas. You ain't fucking getting off early.
No, definitely not, definitely not.
I'm
And
surprised you got out of there in time. I pressed the show back a couple times. Like I set it for 6:45 Pacific Standard Time because I'm like, yeah, he lives close to work, but I should have known better because retail motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to ready to walk out when it's time to.
right. Nah,
So
I kind of pushed some. I pushed some customers out. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
Matter,
like
matter of fact,
all
let me.
our systems are down. I've unplugged the internet cable at jobs before, so we couldn't run anything through the cash register. But getting back to the big show, we got all type of Spider-Man shit. The first reviews are out from the media screenings. It has a very high Rotten Tomato score, the second highest in MCU history thus
Fuck
far.
IGN for one. Fuck IGN and anything they do because they have to say they have to find something negative to say about anything Disney or Marvel. Everybody else is giving it perfect scores. You have to give it an 8, and then it look like it hurts your feelings to give it an 8. Man, fuck you, dead
um,
ass.
well, there's that.
Fucking hate IGN, man.
But we got what we have No Way Home shit. We're gonna be talking about Spider-Man Homecoming, our final movie what a week Spider-Man edition.
Hmm.
Skurlock actually watched this one with me, but he's not around tonight. We're gonna get into that. Movie news or entertainment news. We have a new Zorro starring Fez. As weird as that may sound, we'll get into
I,
that
I
later.
I can't rock with
There's
that.
a new video game movie being developed at Netflix. We'll get into that later. Not Netflix. The Matrix Resurrections is starting to ramp up. That's coming out on the 22nd on HBO Max and in theaters. Um, Total fanboy this week with Dexter, New Blood, as they're getting into the last half of this revival season is starting to pick up steam and it's getting really good. I was online last night till like 4 in the morning reading fucking fan theories of what could happen in different ways. Uh, and there's a bunch of other shit that we'll get into this week, especially Hawkeye.
Facts. Facts.
But we'll get into the little shit first. There's a new Zorro TV show being developed. Where was it at? I forgot where was it at. That's
Give
not
me.
good.
Nah, you're
I'm looking
good.
it up right now. But it's gonna be executive produced and star Fez, aka Eduardo Valderrama, from it's for Disney. From that 70s show Fame, and also the guy known to be dating very young ladies.
Drake.
But it's gonna
Drake
no,
starring as Zorro.
Drake grooms them for when they turn 18. Wilmer just jumps in and exploits California's low age of consent laws, I guess you could say. But that's another story. Damn, she even brought it to you?
You already know, bro.
Who, Audrey or Lee?
She we're not gonna say because child labor laws.
Oh, okay. That's fine. But it's gonna be set in. It's gonna be a period piece. We talked on Sunday dinner at some point a couple months ago about a weird reboot that they're gonna do with Zorro. Reimagining it in like a futuristic type fucking weird thing that I wasn't on board for at all.
Neither was I. That sounded weird as fuck.
Yeah, it sounded fucking stupid as fuck.
It
Now,
sounded
this
like somebody
one,
didn't understand Assassin's Creed and was trying to figure out a way to market it.
bro. Now this one is
Classic.
a more of a classic telling of the story. It takes place in early Los Angeles, the Western days. And for those who don't know about Zorro, he was you could compare it to a Batman, Robin Hood type character. He went against what's the word I'm looking for? Corrupt government officials and nobility, and such that nature. Guy Williams was the first Zorro. That was in like the late 50s.
He was a beast though.
Yeah. There's been a couple of reiterations of it. There was also a TV series in the 90s that was also very good. And then, of course, Antonio Banderas and then Catherine Zeta-Jones.
The one good movie and then the bad second one.
Yeah, the first one was excellent. The second one, no, not so much.
But I'm gonna tell you the thing that I'm worried about when it comes to the show, because I'm a Zorro fan, and getting John Gertz to executive produce along with Wilmer, you know what I'm saying, producing himself, that sounds good. But the fact that they specifically say that it's going to be via a telenovela style.
Yeah, that's how it was kind of. They're leaning into the Spanish origins of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's just another way to say soap opera. You know, and it's going to be serialized. You know, there'll be overarching stories. Maybe that'll help get us a couple seasons of it. I like, as weird as it is that it's going to be Fez.
No, Wilmer can act.
Yeah, that exactly. I'm looking forward to it. Just because it's something else to watch. Another superhero type thing. But I've always been a big Zorro fan. Actually, I've told this story on Sunday dinner. I was such a big Zorro fan growing up that I watched everything that I could. And this is when the late 80s, early 90s, when they had that, what channel? I want to say it was on like channel 50 at the time or something. I can't remember exactly. I know it was syndicated, but I don't know exactly what stations carried it in Chicago at the time. And it's going to bother me that I can't remember, but I'll have Indy search that when he gets back. So
My bad. I smelled something burning and want to make sure she turned off that tabletop.
Oh, okay. So I was such a, like I was starting to say, I'm going to go back to the story in I told at Sunday dinner about the Zorro story. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind this. Okay, there
I
we
was
go. um, Here we go. So I was such a big Zorro fan that I went ahead and watched Zorro everything. Right, like if it was Zorro, I was watching it. And there was a pay-per-view for like $7.99, and I asked my mom if I could get it. Of course, she said no. So I begged her, and then eventually, boom, got it. Watching this shit first, like 5 to 10 minutes in it, I was like, this ain't like normal Zorro shit. This is a little weird. Okay. Well, this is why it was weird. It was it was the erotic adventures of Zorro. I purchased a fucking Zorro porn when I was like 9. So, uh, right at the beginning of the fucking movie, he saves this woman, and then she's like, "Come to the barn and let me repay you." Yeah, she's gonna repay him, all right. He saved her with his sword. Now she wants to make sure his sword's nice and clean, if you know what I mean. So next thing you know, he got this woman bent over in the hay, uh, fighting crime. If crime was sticking his penis in his vagina. But yeah, such a big Zorro fan that I watched Zorro porn at 9.
Now, were you a Zorro fan or were you just a fan of porn in general? Because you know that you love
Well,
both
I was a
things.
fan of porn after that, but until then, it was a Zorro fan.
Zorro, erotic Zorro was your introduction to porn.
The erotic adventures of Zorro. Hold on, let me search this on this other computer. The erotic adventures of Zorro. Let's see what it brings me. I wonder if I could download this. Boom, 1972. It like this was kind of it got an IMDb listing. Like, how many porns have that? It's kind of in the realm of Caligula, you know. It was real life shit, but he just kind of got some ass. But you would think you would think a hero would be getting some ass. Like think about the Avenger. They just saved the world. Which Avenger would you think besides Iron Man would just be out slutting it up during their downtime?
Honest opinion,
Mhm.
it's a couple. In my honest opinion, Black Widow for some fucking reason.
Probably deal with the trauma of her past,
Well,
so
the
she
fact
just slut it
the,
up.
the fact she can't get pregnant too.
I shoot all up in Black Widow. Brah, brah.
Um, and if I had to pick Loki, and Loki goes both ways.
Yeah, yeah, gender fluidness.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I could go with that.
Loki might turn into a horse and have sex with another horse.
There's no sound effects because I didn't pay Serato.
Bruh.
bruh, bruh. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this new series. It'll be on Disney Plus, so you're probably thinking we'll get 8 to 10 episodes or so, something like that. It's not saying how long until it premieres, but you're probably thinking within the next, you know,
It's gonna be within
10
the
to
next 2.
14 months.
It's gonna be within the next 2 years. Well,
Yeah.
they don't announce shows and they not come out within 2 years.
Mhm.
It's not like their movies. Every show they announced has dropped in like 16 months. So from when they announced it.
I don't want to wait that long. But
Well,
see,
you
that's
still
the difference of when we were growing up and now. like when we were growing up, we didn't really know about movies until we seen the fucking previews,
Mm-hmm.
a commercial or on TV or something to that nature, or see some type of tie into McDonald's if it was a big movie or something like that, some type of marketing promotional tie-in.
And
But other
Entertainment
than that,
Tonight,
we really didn't.
Entertainment Tonight ads or some ads during some sporting
Exactly.
event, something like that.
But now it's all over the place. It's like, guess what? You're gonna know everything that's going on. A lot of times now we know exactly what's going on before um, the general public does, especially people like us. Like, especially with Spider-Man, we've been talking about this for fucking
A year and a half.
year and a half, easily. So
We were talking about this before they announced the movie because of everything that was going on behind the scenes with the two companies, with Disney and Sony, even thinking we weren't going to get a third movie at one time.
yeah, that's definitely true. Look at that flawless switch I did right there. That's what happens when you got two computers. But anyway, in other news, more video game movies, which have been real hit and miss in the history of them. Netflix is developing a live action version of Mega Man, which was one of my favorite games growing up. Um, we also got a live action Halo TV series coming up too. So that's gonna be
Well, that's nothing new. They've been
yeah,
doing that
we
Halo
know
TV
about
series
that.
for like 6 years.
Yeah. But what do you think? You gonna watch it just as a video game fan, or do you think
um,
that Netflix will actually have something good on their hands?
Netflix this is my issue with what's going on with this. Netflix you want to watch what?
Papa Mina.
Oh, I don't have no idea what the hell that is. Uh, Netflix, I don't. It's too many different iterations of Mega Man. It depends on what they're gonna go with
Okay.
and what's it gonna be. I mean, we have the Mega Man who actually looks like a man, and we have the Mega Man that looks like a boy. You got Mega Man X. You have the Mega Man Legends series. You got. I mean, it's too many different things you can go with, and I honestly want to know where they're taking inspiration from before, you know what I'm saying, I get super excited about this, especially with um the excitement I had for Cowboy Bebop and then that getting canceled a month after it premiered.
Yeah, and that was very well reviewed and everything, but I think Netflix dropped the ball with any type of promotion of that.
They expected the fan base just to know it's there, but the problem is that Netflix isn't looked at for anime adaptations or anime in general. So that's not where that fan base is going to, you know what I'm saying, intake that type of stuff. So they needed to that the same way they did Red Notice. You know what I'm saying? If they would have just gave it the promotion they gave Red Notice, which really wasn't that much promotion, you know, is what we're used to, it would have been better. You know what I'm saying? If they'd have gave it that Bright, look what they did with Bright. They promoted the hell out of Bright, and then we're gonna get a sequel. We ain't have heard nothing from Bright since 2 weeks after it dropped.
Nope.
So, what's up, Miss Keisha Cautious, Ear Hustling Entertainment? Y'all make sure y'all tune in every Monday and every Wednesday with what she got going on. Y'all make sure y'all turn up to Tequila's this Sunday. She's got an artist appreciation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't appreciate artists, but she shows love.
Hey, Keisha's the reason that there's no Sunday dinner this week because my co-hosts are performing at her
Every
artist appreciation.
every single co-host other than Vill and 2K Dre is gonna be at Keisha's thing.
Well, I'm in Vegas, so I won't be back there for a minute. But shout out to Keisha, love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been the whole video game um, movie and TV show thing is starting to proliferate the industry landscape like superheroes movies did starting with Iron Man and
Starting with Blade.
well I don't want to say that because we had superhero movies from Blade, but there weren't so many coming out so fast,
Connected
like
and so fast like
since
they're doing. Yeah.
since Iron Man kind of started it. Before we had the X-Men, we had Batmans and shit like that to hold us over, and they're all released at certain points to where we weren't lacking any in the release schedule. But now there's an overabundance of these movies,
They also weren't this
which is
good.
awesome. Yeah, not at all. Not at all. So, but there's some good shit going. Like the Witcher series on Netflix is
It's
fucking awesome.
amazing.
It's
But they technically don't. To me, that I take that as a video game series. I didn't know about The Witcher till I played the game. A lot of people look at it as the novels. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
As the books.
Yeah, I didn't
adapted
know
from
it was
that.
a novel. I didn't know it
Yeah,
from a game.
it was a novel before it became a game.
Okay.
So they look at The Witcher and the Reign of Game of Thrones. That's how most
Okay.
people look at it. But to me, it's a fucking video game show. That's how Henry Cavill knew about it. That's why he wanted
That's
to
how I
write it.
looked at it too. I didn't look at it no book shit.
But like you said, Monster Hunter, Pokemon, Last of Us, there's a lot of
Uncharted
stuff.
movie. That
which
Uncharted movie coming.
I'm still, even though I love Tom Holland, I'm still on the.
And
I'm
not to
on the edge
mention
of my
we
seat
still
for that
got
movie.
Chris Pratt voicing Mario.
I'm still 110% against that.
Yeah, I'm
I don't.
1,010% against that. But whatever. Well, we'll see what happens.
Sonic did so well that
Yes,
and
yeah.
everybody thought the Sonic movie was going to bomb. That we thought that movie was going to be horrible, but it did.
Here's why I didn't think it was. At first, yes. But with the fan reaction and blowback from that first trailer, that they went and digitally redid Sonic in every frame in the entire movie to make it video game accurate, I had some hope.
I disagree with you on that. I honestly think that whole thing they did was a marketing ploy.
That's a lot of money, marketing ploy.
But they made more than that back. I think it was a marketing ploy just to gain interest. Because if they wouldn't have saw people interested or in an uproar about it, I don't even think the movie would have came out. Because then it comes to you have to support the movie because they changed it in what you're going to be in. If you don't support this, that means any other movie where you say you don't like that or you don't think that's how it's going to be, the movie's still going to look at, well, fuck you. They did all that for Sonic and you guys didn't even go out to see it.
True.
So you had to go out and see it, even if you only went once. And in all honesty, it's a great movie to sit and watch with the kids. It's not the Sonic that I grew up with, but it's still very entertaining. It reminds me of Fast Garfield. That's how the movie feels.
I think Sonic. I want a rated R Sonic movie.
Well, shit.
Because I think that character. I think just that character of Sonic with just playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a writer, I would go in and write him as a sarcastic asshole that would be cussing all the time, shit like that.
I would have wrote it from the fact that, like,
he does a big ass line of coke and runs real fast.
I don't know about all that, but I would have went in. I would have went in with somebody who was pissed the fuck off that.
Bro, that's why he got to get the rings, bro. He got to get the rings to buy more cocaine so he could keep running fast. Boom. That's a whole fucking Sonic theory right there.
My thing with Sonic being an asshole is I want a movie where he's upset that he's not in the limelight anymore. And like he was pissed off that Mario hasn't done anything new for how many years and everybody still loves Mario and he looking out like he's just a pissed off fucking character.
Well,
I carry
more Sega like that.
Yeah, I carry Sega on my back for how many years? There wouldn't have been a Genesis without a Sonic. Like that type of shit, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying. But yeah. But we'll see what happens with it. There's no timetable. It hasn't, they got some writers that are writing. So
yeah,
we'll go from there. But it was a little.
But the Sonic 2 trailer though, and that comes right before we get the drop of the Sonic second Sonic movie trailer. And Mega Man is one of them characters like Sonic who are beloved and is probably not thought in that light. But if you look at anything like what's the fucking movie? Ready Player One, or even what's the movie with the girl robot that they made from the anime? Anita Battle,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Alita
yeah.
Battle Angel, anything like that. A Mega Man movie that looks something like that would be fucking amazing.
And that movie was really good.
Yeah, it didn't get none of the credit that it should have. Anime live, which is supposed to live action because it was motion capture. Anime live action, you know what I'm saying? Done. I feel like that's the way that shit should look. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. I'm interested in it. I'm gonna check it out just because I'm a huge Mega Man fan. That was the reason I bought a Nintendo or a Super Nintendo, was for Mega Man.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna check it out and see what's going on. As I eat more mac and cheese. And yes, there's hot sauce in it.
There shouldn't always be a little bit. What kind of hot sauce though?
Sriracha.
I
That's
can-
that's what she was eating.
So,
And if it's good enough for her to eat, it's good enough for me to eat.
you're being very nice tonight.
Well, my thing with her is hot sauce with mac and cheese. Come on, man. Hot sauce with mac and cheese is fire. Barbecue sauce with mac and cheese if you don't have hot sauce.
No, I put a little hot sauce on mine too. Yeah, on top.
Because ain't everybody has had barbecue sauce and mac and cheese, because you don't have mac and cheese on your plate next to your ribs or your chicken. And gotten barbecue sauce on your mac and cheese. That shit is delicious. So, I don't know, man. Yelena Belova, if I ever met this actress in real life, she would have to put on her fucking White Widow costume. I don't like her. I don't like the actress herself, but it's something about that accent and her in that costume that takes her for me from like a 6 to a 10 immediately.
Yeah, she got the little blonde hair, which is definitely not something that I like. But yeah, that accent for some reason, and she badass.
Yeah, dog. And even her joking accent, like the way she was joking and shit. And look, I was walking around work all friggin' morning, just going, Kate the Bishop. Kate the Bishop. Oh man. Haley Steinfeld is a fucking treasure, dude. Because I thought it was just her. I'm sorry we get it. I just been thinking about this all day, so I couldn't help it. That's why.
All right. Anyway, guys, we're gonna talk about this week's episode of Hawkeye because fucking Indy can't fucking keep his fucking mouth shut about it. So let's get into Hawkeye.
If you haven't watched the episode and you don't want to be spoiled,
Turn this off.
turn this shit off. Come back later.
Spoil like a motherfucker. So check it out.
I just want to give Haley Steinfeld a thumbs up, just to start off with, right? Because we thought it was her across from Jeremy Renner, and that it was, you know what I'm saying, that buddy thing, and that she was playing off of him, dog. No, whoever they put her next to, she kills it. Even the fucking firefighter, bro.
Yeah.
Like, she's stealing scenes left and right in this show. Like, this shit shouldn't be called Hawkeye anymore. It should just be called Kate Bishop. Because,
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah,
Bro,
it's here to serve as an introduction to her and now Echo into the MCU.
mm-hmm.
You know, eventually there's going to be some fucking set it off type Avenger all female squad fucking busting motherfuckers' asses.
Nah, this I think is gonna end up leading the Young Avengers. That's exactly where it's gonna go. They're introducing all the characters in all the shows and the movies for the Young Avengers, and people just aren't paying attention to what's going on. Wiccan and Speed, or whatever the fucking the annoying son name is from WandaVision, those two If you look at Cap and Winter Soldier, Isaiah, the original Captain America, well, the
Yeah.
Captain America before Captain America, the one that was after him, I forget how that goes. His nephew is a young Avenger, the one that's always stopping Falcon. You know what I'm saying when he's talking. He's one. Kate Bishop is one. You know what I'm saying? And they'll just bring them on. They already showed you Iron Lad. They already announced they have a Riri Williams, you know what I'm saying, coming up, you know what I'm saying, series. So it's all there, and now we get the news after this episode of Hawkeye that Leticia Wright, who plays Shuri, is up to play a lead in an Avengers movie. She's the perfect leader for the Young Avengers.
Yeah, there's a lot coming out about her last couple of weeks with her, especially with her injury shut down production and the injury worse than what was first thought. And there's a lot of chatter, all rumor chatter that she's really unhappy with the fact that Disney's actually thinking about recasting Chadwick's role. Um, Chadwick's brother even spoke this week and said that Chadwick would want Disney to recast the role.
Which I can agree with that, but I really feel it should be on. Let them write with the let you know what I'm saying, them write how they want to write. Let that come later because they don't have to. Everybody wants to role recast right now for Black Panther 2. They don't have to recast the role right now. They could write the story they want to do and reintroduce him. You know what I'm saying, later when a lot of the other multiverse stuff is done.
Yeah.
Let that man live for a little bit. But even E-Man movie reviews, somebody I follow, he was even because he's the one who spurred and started the recast, you know what I'm saying, Chadwick Boseman, let, you know what I'm saying, T'Challa live on. He started the GoFundMe and stuff like that. He was even on TMZ this week.
Okay.
Being interviewed, you know what I'm saying, about doing that, which I think we should have fucking did that. Damn TMZ. But I don't think it should be recast. I think not now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let them. I'm pretty sure Kevin Feige, Ryan Coogler, and all them, they have a plan, and they haven't failed us yet. So why worry about it? You know what I'm saying? But this episode of fucking Hawkeye, dude, the introduction before and then we get the fucking MCU movie reel, not the TV. We get the MCU movie reel after we have to go back through watching and remembering that fucking Natasha Romanoff is gone.
Yeah.
They set you up for heartache this episode, but it really got you in the zone of what is going through Clint Barton's mind and why he hasn't been able to get over the fact that Natasha's gone. It's crazy, dude.
Just from how the show starts off, it was a great show, and there's only one more episode left,
Bruh. And like I told you, what's up? Hey, Cameron, what's cracking, homie? I was like, why is he using my government name? What's up, Cameron, man? Missed you at work today, bruh. I was like, there's some model on here using my name. I was finna block him thinking he was a bot.
How would the bot know your name, though?
Look, our phones, everything. They know everything. There's nothing that you don't know. I probably updated to Windows 11 and gave my whole life away. For all I know. Bruh, the intro, man, and watching, because this is the first time we ever watched somebody dust and come back immediately.
And it was like instantaneous to them.
Yeah.
And that was the first time they showed that to us.
It was.
We never knew what that was like.
No.
Were the people that blipped away, did they know they were gone for 5 years? Or boom.
Because they gave it to us in WandaVision with Monica Rambeau. When like she came back, we didn't see her dust. We watched her come back in her mom's room, and then her mom was gone. We watched Yelena, and I love the way they changed that. I love the adaptation of them changing the color of the bathroom she was in and different stuff like that to show how the time passed.
Yes.
That was amazing to me. And I was so glad that that girl actually like got married and had a normal life and she wasn't into the risky shit, because like she annoyed the mess out of me when they first met her.
Yeah.
And did you notice the stain was still on the rug 5 years later? Like it's just little stuff like that, man. It's so
all
good.
types of little shit.
But watching Yelena have to catch up with what's going on and actually deal with it, and then the cut that they did, dog, when she's like, I have to find Natasha. Natasha's gonna be worried about me. And then you see the other widow look at her like,
oh,
and then they just cut to the real. I'm like, oh, why did they do that?
Like, bruh, fuck.
Yeah, that was nuts, man. Yeah, that bro, that perspective on the dust was just crazy, and I'm glad that they did that compared to just assuming, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't know she left. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you said, Rambo came back. Scott was stuck in the quantum realm, so when he popped up, you didn't know when he was dead. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know he popped up and he had to deal with his daughter living 5 years without anybody because everybody was gone.
Exactly.
This was the best interpretation to me that we've seen of what happened in the decimation. So, man, and I feel like she played it perfectly. It's something about her in this particular character, because I've been okay with her in other movies and other stuff she's done, but I've never been so into her as I have as her as this character.
Okay.
She just fits this character so well. Maybe it's the friggin' skin tight white costume. I don't know.
Maybe.
And the fact that Clint didn't know who she was because they had never met. And the realization he had when he found out who she was, that look he had, like, oh shit, I'm about to die.
Or it was either that, or he was like, "Oh shit, I gotta kill Natasha's sister."
Yeah, which I don't think he could pull off. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, not without help.
I don't know.
Not without help. You are seeing how badass he actually is as a character.
Yeah, he is Ronin.
Yeah, and that whole scene when he decided to call out Echo and them. You know what I'm saying? And he called his wife, and his wife was like, do what you got to do. Like, she amped him up. Like, do what you got to do. Protect your family.
Yep.
I swear she knows more or does more than what they're leading on to.
Yeah. We've discussed that. So
she's former SHIELD or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but she's definitely something. I don't know what the fuck. I want to know, though.
And we had a lot of realizations in this. We find out that it was I don't know if I like the fact that Eleanor Bishop hired Yelena. It just that to me just doesn't feel right. I wonder if somebody tried to pin it on her that she hired. You know what I'm saying? That she hired her through a company or something like that.
Well, that might have made sense until boom, the big reveal at the end of the show.
Yeah. And then her with the company, and you might find out that Gustavo face might truly be innocent, and she might be using the shell company. You know what I'm saying? All that to hide what she's doing, and it's setting him up as a fall guy, and that's the reason she's with him anyway. And that might be why the uncle is mad. And then come to find out, it might have been the mom that killed the uncle and not the nephew.
Bruh. My head just exploded.
Like dead ass. And they gave us just enough of Yelena. That 20 minutes we spent with them sitting down eating the mac and cheese. Just the conversation. Yeah. You only have one utensil. I'm one person. That's weird. Just the way she's judging her by everything she does. At the same time, she's judging her character to see if.
But she's an assassin.
Yeah, but no, I think she's doing it to try to figure out why somebody's so innocent with, you know what I'm saying, love Clint Barton so much or trust him so much. So she's actually, I feel like she was judging Clint off of how Kate was reacting and what she was doing. So
makes sense.
It's just crazy, man. And I don't know what mom, after her daughter just got her ass whooped, is just telling her to go to your place and get your stuff and come home. And I'm sending a whole detail with her security. Like, I'm not letting her out by herself.
Especially since she got money.
Yeah. That didn't make no. It's just that's the little stuff that kind of like bugged me. And
Yeah, definitely.
and they teased us with the new suits. Clint's like, I don't want to see him right now. I'm like, we really have to wait for episode 6 for this shit. Like, you couldn't just like let us see one.
Nope.
And realizing that Kate Bishop is running around in her archery suit, totally recognizable the entire time.
Mhm.
Like, so much for your secret identity, rich girl.
They got in an Uber. They got in an Uber. She got a whole ass bow in her hand, everything. Got an Uber.
Yeah.
Even
No,
Clint was like, "What the fuck?"
no, because he was like, you got an escape plan, and she's got an Uber sitting right there. And how normal is it for how can she walk around New York fucking city with bow and arrow in hand, bow
Like nothing.
out, and nothing happened?
Because you see a lot of weird shit in New York City, so it's kind of normal.
They probably thought
Weird shit's kind of normal.
they probably thought she was just cosplaying Hawkeye or something like that. Like she's just walking around cosplaying because we
Yeah.
did see a lot of stuff where we saw kids playing or people cosplaying as characters. I mean, the whole fucking what is it? First responder squad, LARP. They all live action role play. So that's probably normal as shit for them to see shit like that.
And they're still old dude's still involved because Hawkeye's sleeping on his couch.
Yeah, he was like, "No, you gonna sleep on my couch." Hawkeye didn't want to go to that hotel room because
Yeah.
he's lonely. He's like, you got to watch the
Yeah.
dog for a couple of more days. Why not just give her damn dog back? Tell her to come get. She's rich. She could take care of the damn dog. He's just so lonely. He needs somebody around him, and he's gonna fuck around and miss Christmas.
Oh yeah. But next week should be which should be good. Um,
What did
and
you think
that's gonna
about?
leave us off
What did
until
you
fucking. Go ahead.
What did you think about the reveal? Right, and what did you think about that reveal right before Spider-Man drops?
Um, Nothing really with Spider-Man yet because this is 2 years. What 2 years later?
Mm-hmm.
When exactly? So this is after No Way Home.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see Spider-Man to see if there's anything in there
Well,
to for that to play into
the whole
everything.
Matt Murdock thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Kingpin is one of Matt Murdock's, you know what I'm saying, biggest rivals, biggest enemies. And the fact that they've been hinting at this the entire Hawkeye series, but they wait until episode 5, the episode that drops the day before you get No Way Home, to actually do the Vincent, you know what I'm saying, reveal. To know, because we knew we were gonna get Kingpin, but
Yeah.
we knew we only wanted one Kingpin.
He looks a little bit thinner from what was shown.
Cameron says the Spider-Man trailer has the Rogers musical, so they're happening at the same time.
Oh, okay.
He said, he thinks Spider-Man might be in the last episode.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I don't know if I go Spider-Man. I might go. You might see a ad or something, or like a news thing, like flash across. You know what I'm saying? The screen. I don't know if you'll get an actual Spider-Man appearance, but I think you'll get you could possibly get like a newspaper, or you know what I'm saying, something like that with it.
But I don't think it don't line up because it's not nowhere near Christmas time. The movie's taking place at all.
It could be a reference afterwards. Like Spider-Man
So
could be taking place a couple of months before this. Because it's his senior year, you think his senior year is starting, you think in August, because the last Spider-Man movie he was a sophomore. So if he's a senior now, that's actually 2 years after the last movie. So that could be, you know what I'm saying? That the times could match up, it just be different seasons.
Because nothing that we've been shown so far, trailer wise or whatever, has indicated that it's wintertime in New York at all.
Nah, I think that is happening during the start of the school season in fall, and that's why I'm thinking with Hawkeye taking place around Christmas time that you could get a Spider-Man or even a Daredevil, any type of that happened from the fallout from the Spider-Man movie you could have in the
It
last.
has to be afterwards. It can't be before because
It,
there's no way that they're
we're
not
not
talking
we're
about
not
it
we're
anyway.
not saying it. We're not saying before.
Yeah,
We're talking about it can be afterwards. It
yeah.
can the episode 6 could have something to have to, you know what I'm saying, do it.
Lead
They could
into it
drop
or
something.
something.
Yeah, it could lead in. No, it could lead into something that happened in Spider-Man. It could, because what you got to remember too is that in Spider-Man they're fucking with all types of multiverse and time shit, and by the time they're done, it could set everything that's happening right now.
Yeah, I think Hawkeye is before Spider-Man because there's no way that everything would have happened in the beginning of the school year a couple months before Christmas and them not talking about it at all.
I think it could be because for the fact that they're messing with multiversal issues, and by the time they finish the movie, they can have stuff fixed. Most of the people probably wouldn't even remember the shit happened, except for the people that were involved. Because that's the whole thing of what Doctor Strange wants to do. He just wants to reset everything back to normal, but Spider-Man doesn't want to send those villains to his death. He wants to save them.
Yeah, Cam. That's exactly what I'm getting at because just from the seasons, like Hawkeye is basically a Christmas show, we could say, right? You know, it's winter out there. They made a point of that it's winter there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And anything we could go watch all these Spider-Man trailers, and there's nothing noting that it's winter at all.
It doesn't have to be.
No, I know because you're getting at the multiverse shit.
It's not even not even getting at that. You know what I'm saying? They where they're fighting at or what they're doing doesn't have to take place on our Earth that Hawkeye and them are on, because they're jumping. You know what I'm saying, through the multiverse. They're doing different shit. All that could go. You could have a reference to that at, you know what I'm saying, at the end. We could have a reference in Spider-Man on Kingpin coming back up you know what I'm saying, take step over to be where he's at now when we get to where we're getting.
It's after. It is after. Marvel confirmed it. It's a Screen Rant article that was just published 7 hours ago, so it's a new development. Let's see if it gives you how long after it. Just get to the point.
It says Marvel Hawkeye.
Yes,
is set after Spider-Man No Way Home.
So I think it's the 2 years afterwards.
I don't think it's 2 years afterwards, because that will put Peter 2 years out of high school, because when the snap happened and they came back with the other movie, it was only a year after, and he was going back to school. So he's a senior now. It's going to put too much time that Hawkeye's after, because the stuff that happened with Black Widow was a year before Endgame for the Black Widow movie. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I honestly think they're happening in the same year. It's just when Spider-Man is taking place, at what time of the year.
Exactly. Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out tomorrow.
We definitely will.
Since I couldn't get off work in time to go to the pre-screening tonight, because we couldn't get out until 8:45. Yes, MJ does say something about MIT, because he's looking into colleges in the newest scene when they were sitting. They were talking about colleges when they were sitting on the roof.
Yeah.
And where they were going to go. So it is their senior year. So it's 2 years after the last movie, which should line up with Hawkeye.
We'll find out.
This is gonna be fun.
I want to get to how the Tracksuit Mafia are fucking idiots.
Dumbasses.
Like, what the fuck? Like, they're a comedy troupe. I can't take them seriously.
Hold on. It says Yelena made a comment that they said she made a comment in episode 4 that referenced what Spider-Man did in No Way Home.
Huh. I wonder what that was.
In Hawkeye episode 4, a major brawl occurred between Clint Barton and newcomer Yelena Belova, who has been hired to kill him. Kate Bishop soon joined the followed up. While the fight ended in a stalemate just before the credits roll, Hawkeye episode 5 reveals Yelena waiting for Kate in her apartment, wishing to speak to Bishop and Clint and warning her to stay out the way. However, she also makes a connection to No Way Home. I hate when the new improved Statue of Liberty, because they bust up the Statue of Liberty in fucking No Way Home. And then she says she wants to see the new and improved Statue of Liberty.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? I remember that line distinctly when she said it, but it didn't even peg on me until just now reading this article. Like, oh fuck, she did. They did just stick that in there.
Okay.
Because
that makes sense.
She was spitting out so much stuff she wanted to see that you just, you know what I'm saying, overlooked that they're gonna fuck up the Statue of Liberty. And now we're gonna be watching No Way Home like, would they break? We're gonna be looking to see what broke. Like, where's the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, the whole the whole girls' night between Kate and old girl, that was funny. Just the way that Kate was like amazed that she was there, and then the fact that old girl was just like nonchalant about everything.
Mm-hmm. I love the fact that she was talking. She was like, I don't have any weapons in my hands that I'm going to use. Like, that shit was hilarious. Like, just the fact that she kept that same like dry humor from Black Widow. Like, even though she's been through everything she's been through, she still feels like she's the same person. It is what's dope about these actors and how as they transcend from movie to movie. And Haley Steinfeld eats that shit alive, dude.
Yeah,
Eats that shit alive.
I like her.
I like her a lot. I wasn't one of them people that's a huge fan of her in Bumblebee.
I liked her in Bumblebee. She did good.
Well, it might be because I didn't like the movie Bumblebee.
Yeah. Actors could do good in bad movies.
Yeah, unless you're John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't seen him in a movie yet though. So.
At least we knew what you were getting at.
Yeah. But after watching Hawkeye and after the big fucking Kingpin reveal, and I love the way Clint revealed it too. And fuck that. Echo putting 2 and 2 together and figuring out that dude is the one who leaked the shit to have her fucking uncle killed, and you know she knows it.
Yep.
You know she knows it. So knowing that her revenge, her coming out and knowing that her series is going to be about her getting revenge on Kingpin and everybody for her fucking dad dying. That was complete fucking magic, dude.
It's gonna be crazy. Because now the whole TV branch of the MCU is canning, not what they were picking through with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever, or the Netflix shit. And we don't even know how the Netflix shit is going to play, and if they're going to bring in any part of the Daredevil shit, or if it's just going to be a whole fresh.
Yeah, Cam, he knows she knows. That's why when he was able to get on that bike, he looked like he was finna shit himself. He didn't know what to tell her to lie about. He was like, I didn't get the call. How are you the right hand man that don't get the call that something like that is going down? That don't make no sense. That's like you doing an episode of Lights, Camera, Action, not calling me and telling me we doing this tonight. Like if you do a special episode. It don't make any sense at all, dog. But I love the way that they pieced that together, and I love the way that Clint is just clearing everything up. You know what I'm saying? Slowly, without killing anybody. And the fact that he wore the Ronin suit and then didn't kill Echo and let her walk away. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot.
Well, that was very close.
Yeah. Well,
You know, Kate came through to save the day.
Yeah, he was finna die.
That was about to be a wrap.
The minute he lost that sword, it was over with.
Oh.
And I'm looking at him like, why not take the sword and the bow and arrow? It makes all the sense in the world. I love you too, babies. Makes all the sense in the world, but he just didn't make it.
Kate came through to save the day because she's a stalker and she was tracking his phone, which helped him, more times than one.
Yeah, even her leaving the voicemails was just hilarious, dog. This voice box is full.
It's a little creepy, but okay.
He was like, how did you find me? You tracked my phone again, didn't you?
Yes, I did. But yeah, it came through clutch. Let Echo know what the business was. It was a real good episode. Jack getting arrested.
And if this dude really is innocent, man, like if mom really is the dirty one, they really did the fucking pull the wool over my eyes with that one.
He's just such an odd person. Like I want something to be him. I want him to be somebody because he's just fucking weird.
He's a fucking Zorro villain.
He's fucking something. Some kind of fucking something. Just weird. He
plays
plays that character very well.
Yeah,
whatever that character is.
I want him to be swordsman so bad. I'm like, he's got the mustache. And I think they did that on purpose because if he ends up not being, they used him as the biggest, you know what I'm saying, distraction ever. And I want to know what his fucking watch is. I need to know who watch this is. And I think it might be the Iron Man watch that he wore when he put on the nano armor. But then they was like, they're trying to
That's what I was thinking too.
But they kept saying they're trying to keep somebody's identity secret. And that's going to lead to somebody's identity. And I'm like, well, he's dead. His identity can't be more secret. And everybody knew he was fucking Iron Man. So it can't. Whose watch is this? And then I started thinking, what if it's old man Cap's watch? And that's how they're going to find where he's at. Because he's not, I don't think is he dead? Did they go to a funeral? Yeah, they went to a funeral for him.
I don't think, did they?
Yeah, they did in Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh shit.
With the shield and all.
Well.
Yeah, Cameron. He doesn't want Echo following Ronan and find out who Ronan is, because then Echo's gonna find out he was involved with her dad dying. That's the whole reason he wanted her to give up on that shit.
I think she knows now.
Oh, she knows. He's dead. And Kingpin just probably lost his best henchman when she's gone. So you and them fucking wafers. You're supposed to be eating mac and cheese, dog. It's supposed to be the bro. You know what I'm saying, like the brotherly night out. You're supposed to have a bowl of mac and cheese.
You didn't give me no forewarning about anything like that, so we could do that next week. But
it'll be too late then. Now it's going to be something in Spider-Man No Way Home that we could eat next week. Yes, I got hot sauce on the camera. I got some sriracha on it. But that reveal of Kingpin was perfectly done. And the fact that Hawkeye was like, when Kate was like, who is this? And he's like, the guy I've been trying to avoid this entire time.
And he was so relaxed about it. I thought he'd be more stressed out.
Because he knew he was fucked. He knew at least he felt like he was at ease because Kate talked to Yolanda, got Yolanda off his back. Found out some shit about her mom. Kate got to deal with that. And he's looking, now I got to deal with fucking King.
Can't he call somebody like, hey,
where are the other Avengers? You can't call
like,
Captain
what up,
Falcon.
Spider-Man? Like, what up? Like, hey, Winter Soldier, what are you doing today?
Yeah.
You want to help me move this couch?
That would just end the fucking show too quick. Somebody like fucking Winter Soldier comes through, he's just tearing through motherfuckers. Like, you need heroes without powers to show up. Make it a little difficult. You know what I'm saying? That's like if Green Arrow was running around fighting evil and he just calls the Flash and Supergirl all the time, the fucking episode would be short as shit.
That's very true.
Yeah, so and then I wonder if Clint was ever hired by Wilson Fisk to do shit. Like, as what if the whole time he was running around as Ronin, he was doing jobs for fucking Kingpin?
That's when I think that's when he killed old girl's dad.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah,
he was giving.
I think Fisk set that up.
Yeah.
So there's that right there.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait for next week, and I'm gonna be mad that it's only 6 episodes long because it's gonna be like it's like that with every Disney Plus show we watch. We get the last episode and we're like, you motherfuckers.
So after this, do we not get anything until Doctor Strange?
Not Marvel.
I think we
get She-Hulk before, but I don't know if She-Hulk's gonna have anything to fucking do with what's going on. But immediately after this, it's the Book of Boba Fett. They go back to Star Wars.
I don't care about that.
I do.
Well, that gets good for you.
Yeah.
I hope it's everything you want it to be.
Yeah, because I don't. I think the only things we got the couple of movies, we got the She-Hulk, and then we got like some animated shit, and then you got the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special next year and shit like that. So I don't know.
Man, they need to give us some more shit.
I need Loki season 2. They already told us they're giving us season 2. I like one Loki season 2 now, but we probably gotta wait until after fucking Doctor Strange before they even start filming that.
Yeah, there's a lot of multiverse shit to clean up. I kind of wish Hawkeye like ended with some kind of fucking multiverse opening. That would have been cool.
Well, we still got one episode though.
Yeah, but it's Christmas. That shit didn't happen around Christmas. Do you think?
Why wouldn't it if it did? But no, that shit didn't happen. But what I think we're gonna get is, and the reason
I'm caring about plot holes that fucking Marvel don't care about.
But I think what we're gonna get is we'll get episode 6 and we'll get something from some Fallout. It's a reason why episode 5 had to be before Spider-Man and episode 6 is after Spider-Man. It's some fucking reason because of that. So. What if?
Okay. Okay.
I mean, we at the end of Eternals, we got the Blade voice.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So they're giving us stuff little by, you know what I'm saying, little by little. I think Hawkeye will have something big.
And the whole, just like wrong fucking mouse. Like Cam says, his cousin says that Spider-Man forever changed the MCU. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Where Spider-Man is gonna forever change the MCU. I think the forever change in MCU happened with fucking WandaVision and Loki. Your WandaVision and Loki changed is Spider-Man's gonna break it open and fucking Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is just gonna say, fuck it, just rip the Band-Aid off. That's exactly what's gonna happen. They're setting us up and preparing us for what we're going to see in the Multiverse of Madness.
Which is going to be insane.
Yeah.
This is going to be.
He said mid or post-credit scene for Spider-Man. I think you're going to have both. I think you're going to have both. And I think you're going to have a post-credit scene for I really think we're going to have a post-credit scene for this too. For Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah, it'll end on something. But it need Hawkeye season 2 to connect it or not?
If we get a Hawkeye season 2. It's no telling if we are. Hawkeye could be like WandaVision and be a one-off. This could literally be his retirement. This could be the last time we see Clint Barton, and it's literally just used to introduce these other characters and show how important they are, and using a character like him to show us he was more important than what we thought he was. Because at the same time, it's been one big eulogy for fucking Natasha.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Cameron says Spider-Man will show the actual change that Loki and WandaVision made. I think Multiverse of Madness is gonna be the one to show the actual change. Nope, I take that back. Ant-Man 3 will show the actual change is made, because that's gonna be where you have Kang appearing, and Kate Bishop is supposed to appear in that movie as rumored. So I honestly think Spider-Man is another part of the setup. It's going to open a little bit more and show us and get our minds going about where stuff can go. But I really feel like Multiverse of the Madness is the one that's going to take the top off the jar and be like, hey, look. Because the Multiverse of Madness, we're actually going to have ourselves hopefully traveling to different multiverses and encountering different things. And I kind of think What If prepared you a little bit for that too. Because the whole What If series was nothing but a multiversal ride. So I'm waiting on season 2 of What If too, because that shit was actually way better than what I thought it was gonna be.
We'll see what happens. The reviews are crazy. Reviews are crazy. Rotten Tomato scores fucking crazy. Everybody is saying this is what you wanted plus then some.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll make that decision when I go, because you know what I'm saying? Like, we're different. We watch shit different. It's shit out there that people hated that we loved. So, you know.
That's definitely true. A lot of shit that you hated that I loved. Shit.
Yeah, Strange seems off in all the Spider-Man trailers a little bit. It doesn't seem like it's the Strange we know. I almost wanted to go, it was Doctor Strange Supreme from like the What Ifs, except he redeemed himself at the end of that show. So like if he wouldn't have did that, I would have had like, oh, but he does seem a little bit off. I don't want to jump on the Mephisto train. But Shuma Garaf, it's a lot of different shit going on that could just meld into one. You know what I'm saying? And I think Shuma Garaf might have something to do more with fucking Multiverse of Madness and luring WandaVision. You know what I'm saying? To think her kid's still alive, stuff like that, because that's what he does, instead of having anything to do with Multiverse. I really think Peter might have just fucked some shit up. Like Doctor Strange was trying some shit that he shouldn't have been trying, that Wong told him not to do. And I think that what happened,
everything up.
I think what happened in WandaVision and Loki, we talked about this before, that shit happened at the same time. And I kind of feel at the same time that shit was happening, that this spell might have been being cast.
That's what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And, you know.
And it's just that Peter distracted him on top of that, and shit not being right is what fucked everything up.
Yeah.
And Peter not letting Doctor Strange fix it because he wants to fix it in his own way and be his own hero, and not wanting to send the villains back to their death is what's really going to fuck everything up, because I think we're going to get stuck with Norman Osborn as one of the big bads. Shang-Chi's on a Universal thing. Shang-Chi, I feel, has to do with shit with the that's going on with the Eternals and the Celestials and shit like that, because I think they're going to come around and say that the fucking 10 rings were made by the Celestials. And he's going to be like on a Universal space scale on some other shit, because we're going to end up with ground-based heroes like Spider-Man. We're going to have multiversal heroes that are fighting, you know what I'm saying, over the multiverse, like Doctor Strange. And then we're going to end up with like universal heroes like Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel, and all them who are fighting, you know what I'm saying, space threats and shit. And I think that's where we're going to end up being. And I think that's where we're going to get the Young Avengers being the Earth-based, you know what I'm saying, group that's fighting. And somehow Fantastic Four is going to tie into that. So.
Well, we know that well, we don't know, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see something of Professor X in Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
So that's gonna be interesting. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be a
I don't
new
know.
actor?
It's easy for it to do, especially with dealing with multiverse shit, because he could just travel into a multiverse where fucking mutants exist,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
and just go. Galactus, I think, is a little bit off. I think you have to have the Fantastic Four solidified before you introduce Galactus. And I think the first step of that was actually introducing the Celestials, so you can get a feel on like what Galactus and stuff like that would look on screen. So it's not something that's shocking to people or something that people aren't used to. Because the Celestials are something that they can go, oh, these omnipotent, omniscient beings that they could just get rid of later and be like they went somewhere and just bring them back whenever they go. When you bring Galactus, Galactus is something totally different. Because there's only one Galactus that exists in all the multiverses. It's kind of like Scarlet Witch because she's a Nexus being. She's the only version of her, you know what I'm saying, through all the multiverses. So, somebody's
Well,
writing. Kevin Feige has a hell of a plan.
I'll tell you this right now. The Wikipedia page is totally updated with the whole plot, mid-credit scene, and everything, and I'm reading through it right now. That's why you're just seeing the side version of me, and it's
We're
yeah,
gonna keep, you gonna keep that to yourself till tomorrow.
yeah.
Keep that to don't do it. This might be the only time I don't do spoilers. It's like for big events like this.
This is gonna be good, man, bro.
But even if it's a bunch of stuff going on, shit, we might, to be totally honest with you, in fucking Multiverse of Madness, we might see Blade. I wouldn't put it past it. Us seeing a lot, man. Oh, Moon Knight, you got Moon Knight coming up too. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Let's start talking about this before you start spoiling shit.
Yeah, bro. Hold on. Keep talking. I gotta finish this last paragraph.
Bro, are you serious?
Oh shit.
Everybody stay away from Wikipedia.
Yeah, because this shit is good.
Everybody stay away from Wikipedia.
Wow.
I'm so mad I didn't get to go today, dude. I look, I was yelling at my coworker like, look, I need to go. I don't care if you're selling phones. Like, tell them to come back tomorrow.
Damn. Wow. Damn. That's dope. That's crazy. Well, just let me tell you, I can't wait for tomorrow. Because if this is right, which it kind of makes sense, it's gonna be crazy. Anyway,
Nope. I just read a spoiler. It just pissed me off.
which
I'm just
one did
gonna.
you read? Just wait till we end the show.
It's about a death. It's about a death that just pissed me off. I just read a spoiler.
It,
If you know me, you know what death I'm upset about.
yeah,
You don't have
it's
to say
true.
nothing.
But anyway, we'll talk about it after the show.
Hold on. He's like Jerry, Maria, uh, Crystal. It was Crystal. Me and Crystal closed.
Crystal
He's
Meth?
like, stop it, because he works with me. He knows what I'm talking about, so he knows exactly how I
Okay.
feel. Because all I did was talk about going to see this movie today, and I had to go see it tomorrow night like normal people.
Hey,
You know me, I don't like being normal when it comes to movies and stuff like that.
but anyway, we'll probably have a special edition of Lights Camera Action after we both see the movie because we're not gonna wait till next Wednesday for this shit. So after we see it, y'all fucked. Don't watch us till after you see it because we don't hold no spoilers over here. After the day it came out, boom, it's good. it's open game. um, yeah, all the reviews are, bro. It's crazy. What was the Rotten score or Rotten Tomatoes? Let me look that up. I know it was high. It was the second highest MCU movie. What would be the first? Ragnarok?
I hope not.
Oh, that's true.
I hope it was
Whatever.
Winter Soldier or Black Panther.
94% is what it's at right now. Let me see. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. I'm over here. The first Black Panther that popped up, it was the one coming out next year. That's not gonna work. It is not gonna work, man. That's probably got something already on it anyway. Okay. Yep, 96%. So Black Panther, then No Way Home. It's gonna be dope. It's is it time?
It's time.
um Moving on. I totally fanboyed out this week from Dexter. They're about what is it? I think about halfway through the little season now, revival season, and it's getting good. Some of the shit that I thought
Oh my fucking God.
you
I
you
knew
keep reading.
No, I can't. Why the fuck did I read that? That is the dumbest fucking. Oh my God.
We'll talk about it after we finish the show.
No, I think I'm upset about it more than I'm upset about it more than amazed about it. It was brilliant the way that they did that, but it's such a fucking cop out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a fucking cop out.
We'll see.
I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about this shit tomorrow, dog. I might be the only one to fucking rip this shit apart. Like enjoy watching the movie, but fucking rip it apart because now it doesn't feel as epic as it's supposed. Like, I guess I got to see it visually because the way it reads, it just reads like a okay movie to me.
Well, it's not how it reads; it's how it's acted.
Yeah, but I'm not liking the plot. I'm not liking the plot.
Well,
I'm
look
like,
at you, Mr. IGN.
no, IGN said something that's totally irrelevant to it. If they would have said what I just said, I'd have been cool with it. But they're idiots when it comes to reviews. So I don't even know why I fucking read IGN reviews. Grand Theft Auto 5 will probably re-release and be a 10 out of 10 again next week.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Dexter. It's getting really fucking good. And I think I know how it's gonna end. And while it'll be a fitting end and a better end than the original ending from the original run of the series, it's getting so good that they could do a couple more seasons. And with it ending how I think it's going to end, it's not going to be a couple more seasons. It'll be a one-off. And I'm not sure I'm happy with that because while the first episode or two were good, it still start off the season kind of slow. But now that we're halfway through and it's ramped up, I'm like, fuck, I could do a couple more seasons of this. But I think it's gonna end with Dexter's son killing him. And then maybe maybe a continuation can be done where he picks up the mantle. But his kid is way different than him. You know, Dexter had his adoptive father, Harry, set the code. He followed Harry's code. You know, he only killed people that escaped uh doing bad shit. Like they didn't get convicted by the courts, they got off on a technicality, or they didn't get caught up, or what anything or whatever like that. So his kid in the show is fucking disturbed. Maybe because he didn't have anybody to notice. You know what? Shut up. Anyway, you suck. That's why you in Indiana. Um, but anyway, his kids are showing his kid is showing like psychotic tendencies with it. Why Dexter's fucking crazy himself. Like I said, he's doing he does it for the good of doing it, if that makes sense. But his kid is a straight savage. You know, he fucking sliced this kid's fucking artery in his leg, set up to make himself look like a hero. Um, and then he confesses on last night's episode to his little girlfriend type person, um, that he wants to hurt everybody all the time. And then this is right after he has his debut wrestling match in high school, right? Never wrestled before. So he's wrestling and he's beating this guy. He got him like an arm bar, and the guy taps out to end the fucking match. He wins, and he still got the kid in the arm bar, and he snaps his arm in front of like the whole fucking gymnasium watching. So yeah, that kind of solidifies that he's fucking nuts. So I think in the end that um Dexter has his dark passenger. In the original series, it was his dad Harry, and then this revival is his sister Deb. And I think Harrison's going to have one also, and I think it's going to be the Trinity Killer, who was played by John Lithgow, and who killed Harrison's mom. So, and
Okay.
John Lithgow was on the set while they were filming. He's confirmed to be a part of the season, and it makes sense that's who he will be. And I think he's going to drive Harrison to kill Dexter in the finale.
Really?
That's what I think.
I think you're right. I think it sounds good. It sounds
Because
entertaining.
there's another serial killer on the show. In the town Dexter lives in, uh, women go missing, ladies go missing, and there's Dexter's girlfriend is the chief of police. She's Indian. There's the Indian reservation that borders this town, and these girls keep coming up missing, including the chief of police. Her best friend Iris had disappeared. So anyway, like this Angela is her name. She's obsessed with this case of the missing girls. That's why she became a cop, worked her way up, become chief police and shit. Um, Now, like it was confirmed that the unofficial mayor of this town, he owns truck stops and shit like that. He's a serial killer. He takes these girls and he picks them up after hitchhiking, shit like that, off from place to stay the night, and he watches them on cameras, all voyeuristic like, and then he lets them go, and as they're running, he hunts them and shoots them and like embalms them and like hides them as like trophies in this weird fucking cave that Angela found last night. Now him and Harrison have struck up a friendship. So, and Dexter killed the serial killer's kid in like the first episode. So they've already kind of um, had a weird relationship. So now Dexter knows he's a serial killer because old girl from Real World, Jamie Chung, she's on the show. She plays like a podcaster, like a
Mhm.
true crime serial killer podcaster type character. We don't care about fucking power. What the fuck?
He said, "Is there hot sex on the show?" He said,
Nope.
"Naked, sweaty sex." He said, "On Power they be fucking, except for Tyreek's scenes be nothing. You be nothing but the back of people's heads."
So anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by Rome. Um,
He needs to
now I
stop
don't even
playing.
remember
If
what I
he
was saying
nah, he
because I'm
needs to
hot.
stop playing because if you're gonna keep being like that, he might as well just fucking go sit in front of the fucking green screen
We don't. Yeah, whatever.
and come talk about Homecoming.
Um, we. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So anyway, Dave struck up this friendship, and Jamie Chung's on it. She does this podcast. It's called "Mary Murder Fuck," or something like that. Mary Murder Kill, or whatever. A play on that thing. And Dexter's girlfriend finds out his real name's Dexter, and he faked his death because Harrison was on drugs. Told his little girlfriend, who is the daughter of the police chief. So it's a very complex interwoven story. So she confronts Dexter about it, and Dexter gives her this story that his sister died. He didn't, so he rode into the storm, the hurricane. He survived, so he took it as a sign to start over. Blah blah blah. So we don't know what's going on with them, but it's going to be interesting. And oh, dude, the serial killer from the town, he has a meeting with fucking Jamie Chung's character because she has all these questions about his son that was murdered by Dexter. So everybody knows this kid's dead, but the dad is like, yo, he's alive. I talked to him, blah, blah, blah. He's like, excuse me, I can arrange a meeting and you could come talk to him. Well, he takes her to this crazy little cabin that says kill cabin. Dexter follows him, and Dexter's pointing out how off the grid it is. It's on propane. There's no power running to it, nothing like that. So, old dude takes old girl in like a walk-in basement shit and tries to get her going to this room. And Dexter like busts in, saying he's seen like some teenagers roaming around the property and making sure that they weren't breaking in, basically saving old girl's old life.
Right.
And up to this point, Dexter thinks his girlfriend found out about his identity because of the true crime reporter bitch. Now he realizes that that's not it. So it's getting really good. We're halfway through the season, but it's this these weekly shows, man. I miss Netflix shits where it's like, here's all the episodes, watch them.
I don't, cause I watched Super Crooks all at one time, and I'm kind of upset I did. So it was a really good show, but I'm like, well, fuck, now I ain't got nothing to watch on Netflix anymore. And that's
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Spider-Man fucking Homecoming, man.
I watched it. Me and Skurlock watched it the other night.
So what were your disapprovals about the first out of this trilogy, other than the name of the fucking movie?
You know what? I wasn't. It's hard for me to pick something because I like this iteration of the character so much. Um, it's I don't know. Like I really like it. It's we've never seen Spider-Man this much as a teenager. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And while like Sam Raimi's iteration, Tobey Maguire's character had friends. He had MJ and he had um, Harry and shit. But this gets a little bit deeper. I like the twist with the new MJ.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was weird at first, but I've gotten kind of used to it. I know they did it because of the updated at the times and shit like that. Um, but for the most part, I love the movie, um, and I like everything about it. It's Spider Man. I'll go ahead and say it again. It's a Spider Man that we've never seen before, and a Spider Man that I've been waiting to see.
Um, I I really don't have nothing negative to say about it. I feel like the runtime could have been a little bit, even like 20 minutes more, to get
Yeah,
us a little bit more acquainted with the characters that were going on. But some of the best things that I loved about this movie in its own were all the little tie-ins that it had to different stuff that showed you that this Spider-Man was part of the current MCU, and that um it wasn't just, you know what I'm saying, Sony Spider-Man. Like, just the fact that they made sure that Adrian Toomes, you know what I'm saying, ran Best Man Salvage, that got put out of the business by the DODC,
Yep.
that Stark made to clean up after the Battle of New York, you know what I'm saying, and just taking Adrian Toomes and making, you know what I'm saying, the Vulture, the first villain, and the perfect casting, you know what I'm saying, for
Yes,
that villain.
and a villain we've been waiting to see.
Yeah, it was a Spider-Man movie without the same old villains. It wasn't Doc Ock. It wasn't the Lizard. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was one of the villains we waited to see for the longest, and Michael Keaton was the perfect fucking casting for that, period.
Bro,
And he said big ass Marvel fans say something negative. You see, there's nothing negative to say about
I
Homecoming.
like the movie.
Far From Home, I could say something negative about, because there's plenty of negative things to say about that movie. Homecoming was the perfect entry into a trilogy for a Spider-Man movie. It just was.
That I agree with.
Got us to, you know what I'm saying, the fact that, and it was helped by the fact that the
It showed them
introduction actually
fucking
happened in Civil War. That they
yeah.
took 25 minutes out of Civil War to introduce you to this character and show you to do. So by the time you got to his solo movie, you were already related to him. You know what I'm saying? And you knew what was going on. You didn't have to be reintroduced to the character.
And you seen his troubles. You know, he was a teenager going through some shit, but not all emo like Andrew Garfield's character in Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes. The fucking cat on the table at the sandwich shop annoys the shit out of me, though. I'm just gonna be telling. If I want to say something negative, that annoys the fucking shit out of me.
It was a perfect amount of Robert Downey Jr. in there. It was he reminded me, or Kate Bishop reminded me of Tom Holland in that movie, with how he kept calling Happy, how Kate kept calling Hawkeye, leaving voicemails and shit. So that was a shout out to Mose.
Yeah, like, does he have something for me? Can I do something? Can I help something out?
Yep. So it was it showed him having a little trouble fighting whoever or whatever, and I liked it. And it's hard to point something out that I didn't like about it. You know, when I watched it the other night, I was like, man, it's a really good movie. It's probably my second favorite movie behind Ragnarok.
It's my can't do it. My favorite Marvel movie of all time still is Winter Soldier. It'd be Winter Soldier, Black Panther, Homecoming, and then Ragnarok for me.
Okay.
So, and that's just because Ragnarok just went so fucking left. It was, I like the fact that they went left field with the casting. Civil War to me was not a good movie because it wasn't a set. To me, that should have been called something else. It should have been called Civil War, because that was not Civil War. You can't have Civil War without Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Without then Spider-Man revealing his identity to everybody. Civil War was just such a bigger event, and then to only have fucking 10 characters on screen fighting each other.
I mean, yeah, but they did.
And Hulk and Thor not even be there.
No, not at all.
He said
So,
Winter Soldier fire scene was cold. Nah, bro. Winter Soldier, the fucking elevator scene.
yes. Yes.
That fucking elevator scene, dog.
I concur with that.
When they looked at him and he was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And they're trying to fucking magnetize his arms down and shit like that. And he's kicking their asses. The elevator scene, and then the fucking the sexual tension between Black Widow and fucking Cap. The whole movie, just for them to end up best friends and her fucking Hulk. That's the weirdest shit ever.
Yeah.
but them being buddied together, similar because everybody talks about Captain America wasn't giving her none. Captain America was a fucking virgin until he got back to fucking old girl, dog. He was a fucking virgin. He had never even boinked. His second kiss ever was his fucking niece. His niece. It was incest.
It wasn't really his niece.
It was
So
it ended up being his. Well, you got to think it ended up being his niece. It was a derivative from him because he went back in the past and created kids with her and shit like that and married into the family. That was technically his great niece or some shit like that.
yeah, maybe.
He needed
Or
Bucky's
maybe
help.
she don't exist anymore.
No, he said hell no. He needed Cup. He gave Iron Man a busy. No, Cap did not want to kill Iron Man. That's the reason why he needed Bucky's help. Iron Man was willing to kill. Cap didn't want to kill. If Cap wanted to kill Tony, Cap would have killed Tony. Cap fights with restraint.
Yeah.
That's,
I could agree with that a bit.
yeah. But because he could have killed Tony, he just took out the fucking little thing in his chest, man. He could have killed Tony a couple of times. Tony was mad as fuck. Cap was still gonna kill his ass. You got a whole suit of armor, I got a shield, and I'm beating the brakes off of you. Tony didn't want to kill Cap. Tony respected Cap. Tony wanted to kill fucking Winter Soldier though.
That is very true.
And Winter Soldier didn't want to kill Tony, but would have killed Tony if he had to stay alive. Actually, I feel like Winter Soldier was willing to die for his sins. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He didn't care either way. Batman can't do shit but Cap the GOAT. No, Cap ain't even the GOAT of fucking. If anything, if you want to talk about GOATs when it comes to that shit, dog, did you see how easily Spider-Man was handling everybody in Civil War?
and he was still, new with his powers. Everything still ain't there for him yet.
He was handling them. And if you want to talk about GOATs, dog, Black Widow's GOAT status, we are realizing that Hawkeye's GOAT status. We didn't get that man enough credit for what the fuck he can do. Fuck, man. If you want to talk about GOATs, man, Doctor Strange and Wanda. Because who the fuck's going to stop them when they want to do something?
Yeah. Professor X.
The only person, and he might have and he's shown to have problems in the comics in stopping Wanda because of her abilities. So that's fine. Ant-Man is underrated, but he's underrated because of who's playing him. Because nobody still takes Paul Rudd seriously.
I mean, I do, but I mean, he's dope and all, but he's just like Iron Man. It's all a suit.
Mm-hmm. He said, but Thanos beat his ass, and Captain Marvel beat Thanos' ass. If he wouldn't have rained down artillery on her, she was finna kill that dude.
That is very true.
Shit. No, it wasn't even that. What did he do to? No, he ended up getting the fucking Power Stone and hitting her with that. It was fucking Scarlet Witch he had to rain down the artillery on because she was on his ass.
We just watched Endgame last week. Me, Skurlock, and Rome.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch was on his ass, dog.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Thanos almost got his ass beat by every woman there. So we should have just sent the A squad. We should have just sent the females. And maybe we wouldn't have had these issues.
Just took care of it. Go take care of it. We'll be waiting for you.
Shit, was it what was it? Well, not Endgame. Was it Infinity War when they went in Wakanda and they were having issues? Like Thanos brought all his heavy artillery out, and then here comes Scarlet Witch, and she just lays waste to everything.
Throwing shit.
I don't like the scene where all the women came together in order to fucking get the shit to the shit. I like the single scenes with the women fighting Thanos because I felt like that was a little bit too much on the nose for me when it came to that. But back to Spider-Man. Homecoming was my second favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. To be totally honest with you, because
Okay.
my favorite Spider-Man movie is Sam Raimi's The Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock because you can't beat that fucking Doc Ock casting and the way that was portrayed and the fucking scenes. I think the train scene was in that movie, right, where he was fucking holding the train back and that shit was
Yeah.
ripping. And the different shit like that was just fucking amazing, dude. I love that. And then the shit just fell apart with Spider-Man 3. But Homecoming is a close second, and it's because you have the perfect person playing Spider-Man, and you had a comparable, capable, equal level villain. You know what I'm saying when it came to it, and that's what it was about. It was about Michael Keaton and Tom Holland, and even the point where they figured out who each other was. You know what I'm saying? When he's taking his daughter to the prom and all that shit. And the whole time you trying to figure out who's MJ. Is it Vulture's daughter or is this girl over whose initials is fucking MJ really? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this other girl really MJ? Like, the way they played that off to tell you at the end of the movie that she was MJ was cool too.
Yeah. I never really liked it. Yeah, it was the perfect introduction to Spider-Man, even though we were introduced to him already in Civil War. But yeah, I fuck with it.
It was really dope, man. It's a good movie. I'm glad. I actually glad that we watched that. Watching them 3 movies, week by week, made me respect Kevin Feige's influence and the Marvel MCU influence on Spider-Man. Because the Sony movies weren't bad, but they were always missing some type of direction. And I really think that Marvel and Disney's direction is what got it on point. Because if you would have took that first either one of those Spider-Man and had them in this situation with Disney, I think it would have been just as good. It would have been better. You know what I'm saying, than what it was. I think it really is really the direction and them working together that just put this one over the top.
Yeah, it's dope, and it's gonna yeah it's gonna be the new one's gonna be a fitting end to this trilogy, and Homecoming was the perfect way to jump it off.
I'm gonna tell you
Like,
one. I'm gonna tell you right now, dog, that mid fucking credit scene is gonna piss me the fuck off. All that hype, all that thinking, just for that to happen. You feel me on that though, right?
well, they say mid credit scenes. Maybe there's still an end credit scene they haven't put up yet.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
we'll find
maybe,
out.
or maybe because it was the premiere. You know how sometimes they'll leave one of them out, like you can't see it all. So maybe they didn't get to see what the next one was.
But I already knew what the mid credit scene was,
Yeah,
so I
we
was
we
told about that a couple weeks ago.
we knew about that for a while, but this shows to me too that this is one of the reasons why I feel like Secret Wars is coming after everything, or Secret Invasion is coming after thing, because I do feel like we're leading up to like a Battle World or Secret Wars, and I'm wondering if that's why that mid credit scene happens as it is, because that's the big thing about that whole thing. So I'm wondering if that's what they're getting ready to set it up, because it's no reason for Secret Invasion to be pushed back so far as it is right now, unless it's
Yeah,
something big around the horizon. So I'm thinking that's going to be like the next big Avenger level event, is we're going to have that type of shit happen, because they're giving us a little bit of everything. They're giving us alien beings, they're giving us cosmic gods. You know what I'm saying? We've been introduced to the Watcher, Celestials. We're being prepared for Kang. You know what I'm saying? All that. We're seeing fuckers that they're having problems fucking, that they're gonna have problems even going up against. We met Dormammu already. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is gonna be good, man. And to be totally honest with you, they got enough going for them right now where we could another 20 years. Another 20 years, we're gonna be up in this motherfucker 50, 58, 60 years old talking about, did you see What Thor did? By God, that was amazing. You know what I'm saying? 20 years from now.
Yeah, we definitely will be. We don't know yet.
We don't know. The cool thing about Deadpool is he breaks the fourth wall. Deadpool can exist wherever the hell he wants to because he knows he's in a fucking comic book.
Yeah.
And he knows everything that's going on. I know that they said Ryan Reynolds is putting together the treatment and stuff for that. But he's got some other stuff going on before you get to Deadpool. And I really feel like Blade, you're going to get Blade and all of that before you get to Deadpool. Deadpool will probably fall some type of way when you start getting the introduction to the X-Men. So you're going to have Blade and Fantastic Four and all that before you get Deadpool, but you're probably looking within the next 3 years. They're not going to wait that long to pull that trigger.
No, he might show up in the most weirdest random place where we don't think he's going to show up.
This motherfucker might show up. He might show up in animated form on a fucking cartoon on Disney Plus with fucking Ryan Reynolds doing the voice before, you know what I'm saying, and announce his movie. He might show up in a fucking Guardian of the Galaxy Christmas special and be like, "Oh, my movie's coming here." Like that's the cool thing about him. He could pop up anywhere and just do it. Shit, he might pop up in Multiverse of Madness for all we know. It's a lot of shit that can happen in that movie.
Yeah.
And they got so much shit they kept sick of what they was
filming.
Can you
imagine? I can see it. Like, all right, Marvel, listen here. Here's some free game. The fucking multiverses are being fucking aligned and opened up and everything like that because fucking Doctor Strange is doing his spell while fucking old girl is stabbing fucking Kang and all everything's happening, right? And everything starts happening and Deadpool's just sitting on the toilet shitting reading the newspaper.
No, Betty S shouldn't read newspaper. He's sitting there reading a comic book. He's reading all this shit happening.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this shit's getting good.
and as he's reading, he looks up at the camera and then it starts happening.
Yeah. That'd be fucking dope.
There it is. Give me some money, Marvel. Appreciate you.
And then he'd be like, well, he said with the cigarette, and then you know he's gonna have some type of weird Hugh Jackman joke, right?
His toilet paper is gonna have Hugh Jackman's face on it. Yes. Yes. Like if Marvel don't use that, that's just a waste.
Yeah, man. I can't wait. I might actually go. We should watch Deadpool.
Movie of the week next week is Deadpool. There we go. That was easy. Movie of the week next week is Deadpool. Yeah. No Sunday dinner this week. We're taking the week off because all my co-hosts are going to perform in Sauk Village, Illinois at Keish Cautious Ear Hustling Entertainment's Artist Appreciation Showcase Night thing. Sorry if I got any of that wrong, Keish.
Trophies. Trophies.
So
I'm playing Drake's trophies all week.
You could find me and Indy back here for our No Way Home special.
Yes. Tomorrow night.
Yeah, looking like tomorrow night. And after that, you'll catch us next Wednesday.
Hawkeye season finale.
Yes, it's going to be crazy.
And him with some fucking Dexter obsession.
Yes, that is very true. I can't wait. Until then, youtube.com/Villain Radio Network. You can watch all our past episodes, all our previous 6 episodes, and you can search the playlist for all our other shows on the network. Sunday Dinner, Villain Radio Show, Friday Night Live, White Devils, Unpopular Opinion. We got all type of stuff you guys can watch. And until then, where can they find you, Indy?
Right here, because you don't need to look at me nowhere else. Nah, you catch me at NerdMix Alpha everywhere and over at A+ Opinions as well. Just come check us out, man. We got great content on all our platforms.
Yes. See you guys next week. Or actually, tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.